Actually, this song is. Yeah, well, I'll tell you a little story, I guess. It was a bunch of years ago, I guess, maybe like 3 or 4 years ago. I was doing kind of my first big tour ever. I did it like solo, and I don't like touring solo anymore. It's a little boring. So I always tour with a band now. It's a lot of fun, right?
Right.
But I was touring solo, and I played kind of all the way down to California, because I spent a few summers there. That's why there's a few of those references. I was supposed to play this house show in Santa Barbara, California, because a bunch of my friends went to this college called Westmont College. And about 4 days before I was supposed to go to Santa Barbara, there were these big like tea fires, they were called. I don't really know why, but if you Google it or Wikipedia, you'll find like the Montecito tea fires. I'll tell you all about them. And yeah, I was like on the news and stuff, and it was really smoky because there were these big fires. And these fires swept through the college that all my friends there went to, and it just came down from the hills. It was super dry, so it was super fast, and it burnt down some of the dorm rooms and like just a bunch of the faculty housing and stuff. And it was super fast that a couple of my friends there, they had to kind of evacuate to the gym, and they didn't really know what was going on, so they had to kind of hide in the gym. And my friend Hillary was telling me that they were in this gym not knowing like what was going on. They just knew there was these fires, and so the smoke started to like seep in kind of like through the vents and like under the door, and it was starting to get like smoky in the gym. But that was the safest place. And so I played a house show there about 4 days after, and it was a really weird like vibe because things were burnt down. The show was at my friend Elliot's house, and their neighbor's house was like burnt right to the ground. So it was like black and like no house there, and their deck had was wow, really black on the front, and like had got like really singed, and the siding on the side was like all like mangled and stuff. But they were still kind of in their they just got back in their house kind of after a couple of days, and so we drove around like Montecito and Santa Barbara and rented this generator from this Mexican guy because we like wanted to do the show anyhow. And so he's like, oh, like go to my house at this address, like my 8-year-old son is just chilling there, grab the generator. So we went and like said hi to this 8-year-old kid, and he was just like chilling in the apartment and by himself, and we grabbed this generator. So we ended up having this show, which was, we had a little PA and powered it by the generator, which is like an outback and stuff. But the other stories, this song is kind of a bunch of stories like molded into one. I had this other friend, John Walton, who went to the college as well. And he was talking to Professor Taylor, who was a professor of his, and Professor Taylor's whole house had got burnt right to the ground, and he had 3 kids and a wife, and they lost all their things, like pretty classic when you're a kid. You think like, oh, what if my house got burned down? I could lose all my things.
Oh, my homework was on.
I'd have an excuse for one.
Yeah.
So he was sitting across from this big wooden desk from Professor Taylor, my friend John, and Professor Taylor was just saying to him like, you know, I'm really grieving like all my things that we lost, like all our photos, like all the kids' stuff, like everything. But he said, there's one, I have a real sense though, even though losing all my things, I have this real sense of freedom that we can kind of start again, and that everybody's okay, but we can kind of start from scratch again. And so my friend John just thought this was like a really interesting story, that he kind of through all this, and 4 days after these fires, he gets to like feel this like freedom inside him that they could kind of start again, and they were only grieving like their things and not any people, I guess. So I kind of wrote this song molding a bunch of these stories into one, and it's about the Montecito tea fires, and it's called Westmont, after the college. So we'll play it for you, and Kiana will enjoy it more than I will.
I think that's the same one.
Yeah. In the gymnasium, beneath the door, smoke starts to creep in. Will there outside. We hug our knees and with our friends we pray that everything will be okay. And then our sweat drips down to the wood floors and we get nervous. The houses look like a pile of leaves, and everything's gone but we did not leave. Father, he looks like a chimney. He says he feels free inside. Now in the gymnasium, beneath the door's friendly siren shining. Forget that verse. I'll try it again. Now in the gymnasium, beneath the door's friendly siren shining. I totally forget.
First lyric over again.
Something black in catastrophe. Something about black in catastrophe. Take it to the chorus.